Okay, let's go ahead and move to my gas or pass.
Okay.
So my gas or pass today is talking about the G.A.S. Mini.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to preface this with, I realize you have a G.A.S. Mini.
I was about to say, I've got the Koa Plus right now.
Gas or pass is generally speaking about things that we may or may not be interested in, that we have or haven't checked out. But it's not generally things we own already, which kind of takes a few things out of the running. And I think it's unfair in some ways that we've never talked about the G.A.S. Mini as a gas or pass, even though you do have one, because everyone's interested in it. I'm sure there's a few people out there, hopefully there's a few people that are wondering our thoughts on the G.A.S. Mini.
Sure.
So you've got the Koa Plus, which is like $11.99 nude.
Whoa, it is so nude.
It's like $11.99 new. And then the Sapelli, however you say that, kind of like the piezo, piezo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know how to say that,
Piezo.
please let us know. But Sapelli, how'd you say it?
Sapelli.
That sounds like somebody's name. Here's Miss Sapelli, our new teacher in school, kids. The Sapelli,
Say Pelly.
I believe
I don't know.
The standard one is $4.99.
Okay.
So there's a huge variance in G.A.S. Minis.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about all of them because you do own it. It's kind of an unfair gas or pass in some ways because we obviously know it's a gas for you or at least it was at one time. I think it makes it interesting to see if all of a sudden it got stolen, would you buy it again? Kind of gas or pass. Maybe we should do a few of those too.
Okay.
But I felt like with the G.A.S. Mini, we needed to talk about it in gas or pass because we know there's a lot of people interested in it.
Right.
And we can maybe break down a little bit of this. What's your thoughts on it? You did buy it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it now that you've owned it for a little while? Is there anything you would have changed, or would you have got a different model? Some of that type of stuff.
So I got the Koa Plus. I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it used. So it was a pretty good deal at the time. When you're looking at price points of the different G.A.S. Minis, I actually just price point in general for the guitar. Like, I don't know if you can find an acoustic that sounds that good for that price point in any other company. To me, even when you look at the rolled back, because it's not a flat back, it's actually got a rolled back to it. It is high pressure laminate, but it sounds absolutely fantastic, even though it's not solid wood. My Koa Plus is phenomenal for what it does. I take it for acoustic gigs, sometimes coffee shop type gigs. I will use it if I'm just kind of playing a little around the house. I'll use it if a friend of mine just wants to play a little bit for a little jam with acoustics. But it's a phenomenal guitar. For me, I would say I'm actually like not against getting one of the cheapest models, the $4.99, even though I have this Koa Plus.
Really?
Just because the Koa and the Sapelli, or however you pronounce it, they do sound different. The mahogany sounds fantastic. Yeah. I've actually thought about just getting a standard mahogany for around the house and using that Koa Plus out. Because they do sound different.
Yeah.
I would say...
So are you saying that you prefer the sound of the mahogany just acoustically to the Koa?
No.
Okay.
It's just a different sound.
Yeah.
It's not comparable.
Okay.
Similar with the Sapelli. I don't know if they currently make a rosewood, but they did for a while back in sides. They've made walnut. They've made a bunch of different types. To me, if you're going without electronics, go mahogany. Okay. It's a great parlor-sized guitar sound. If you're having electronics in it, I think the Sapelli's great. But to me, the Koa Plus, it's worth the upgrade with the electronics and the upgraded tuners to go with the Koa Plus.
That's something to note too, is the Plus edition has the upgraded electronics. And when you compared them side to side, whenever you went to buy yours, you said there was a huge difference in the electronics.
To me, there was. I think the regular, if you go with the regular E series, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but it was like the baby pickup or something like that, and it has the tuner built in.
Yeah.
And it's nice having the tuner, don't get me wrong, but the electronics in that extra step up, the Koa Plus, and I want to say it's like an ES2 system, it sounds phenomenal. And that's actually what they put in, like the Taylor, was it 112 or something like that? But as soon as you hit the deluxe market and the actual like big size guitars, that's what they put into it. So to me, it's worth the upgrade. Versus, I think it was the ES Baby or something like that. At least it was when I was looking at them a while back. So to me, all G.S. minis are worth it. I truly don't think there's a bad one in the mix. But to me, if you're going, bare bones, no electronics, get the mahogany. If you're going with electronics, you're not going to go wrong with any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's hard to go wrong with a GS Mini. For the money, there's no acoustic that I've played for the money that's going to beat that thing for an all-around acoustic.
If you're looking for $1,000 or less, you go GS Mini for an acoustic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Unless you just need a big bluegrass jammer. That's the only
Right.
exception
Maybe
to the
you
rule.
get the Billy Strings Martin
Yeah.
that just came out.
Yeah.
That would be about it.
That's the only exception of the rule, in my opinion, is a big bluegrass jammer that's going to play acoustically and needs a loud guitar. If you're just playing acoustically around the house, or if you're gigging live plugging in, the GS Mini, holy smokes.
It's the way to go.
It's a phenomenal guitar. There's a reason why they are so popular, and a reason why so many people are gigging with them, because they do sound great.
They actually remind me, there was a mini bike, and I'm blanking on the name, but they made mini bikes, and you could like mod them here and there, and you could like customize them. That's to me what GS Minis are like. It's like a Lego set that you just kind of build and like you just go off of, and that's kind of what everybody's going towards, which, like you said, there's a reason. The cliches tend to be there for a reason.
Yeah.
And the GS Mini's fantastic.
Your GS Mini came with this like really hard padded gig bag. Very nice to travel with and take places. It's a great travel guitar too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't think you can go wrong with them. For me, I don't own one, and I've kind of got a guitar that does similar things for me for my acoustic, but still, it's a little bit bigger of a guitar. This is still kind of a gas for me, even though I don't really need it, just because I know how useful it is and comfortable it is to play and how good it sounds. It would be a great couch setter.
And it is a smaller guitar, the fretboard size and all that. It's smaller, but honestly, the sound doesn't sound it.
No.
Like, the sound is phenomenal. It sounds like a big body guitar.
Yeah. So even for me, it's a gas. And if yours got stolen,
I would get another.
yeah.
Definitely.
So it's a complete gas for him too.
Yep.
Let's go ahead.